I'm Rob from Snow Tracks, and this is the Burton Free Thinker. So, Burton Free Thinker, we're talking twin in shape, flex, with a cambered shape. Really powerful park snowboard. So, for people that are looking to take it a little bit more to the park, or very firmly staying on piste and want to drive the board in and out of the turns. It's just a fun all-rounder. So where does it sit in the range? I think of this board like a custom twin, because it kind of fills that gap that Burton have kind of like lost as the customers ultimately become a slightly more directional board. It sits more in tech-wise with a custom, but in terms of shape, power output, probably closer to a Custom X, but definitely a little bit softer than the Custom X, so for a lot of people they can start taking this board in the park a lot more. So what kind of size should you be riding for this board? Well, this is a 54, I'm 5'11", around 65 kilograms, and this is a good all-rounder, especially if I want to keep it more in the park for me. I feel that if I want to ride out of the park, there's other boards in the range that could potentially give me a lot more lift, a lot more float, because they have different shapes. As we mentioned, this is traditional camber, so you are more set in the middle of the board. That makes it really fun for when you are in the park and you really want to focus that down. You just have to work a little bit harder in the softer snow for it, but I mean, because of my weight, I don't really struggle in terms of float when I'm taking this into the softer snow. But there is a longer length, 57 I believe, that for slightly sort of heavier riders, that would be the option to go for. So construction wise, obviously a camber shape, but we're into Burton's 700 gram core. So a little bit heavier than the Custom X, but not really that noticeable when the whole package is built. You still get a lot of the powerful techniques in there in terms of carbon highlights, squeeze box. So it's a very capable board, especially rolling edge to edge out of the park. But it's got that slight forgiveness because it is slightly dulled down in the dual zone sections rather than multi-zone that you would get in the Custom X. So a bit more forgiving edge to edge. If you do actually land a little bit wrong, it won't punish you as much. So just a bit more reliable for those conditions.